Hello students, in this video I would like to discuss about LR parsing algorithm and working of LR0 parsers. So we already studied about LR parser and also it is categorized into four: LR0, SLR1, LALR1 and CLR1. In all these four types of parser, the parsing program is same. The only difference is in the parsing table. So in an LR parser we have a stack. We have a parsing program that we will study now. We have an input string. We have a parsing table which is already discussed in the previous video, and based on the parsing program we will get an output. So one thing you have to remember is we have a stack, we have an input buffer, we have a parse table and output. So this is the parsing algorithm. The input given to the parsing algorithm is a string w, a parsing table, and parsing table contain two function action and goto for a grammar g. Output, if w is in LG, that means if the string w obeys the grammar g, the reduction step of a bottom of parse for w. So some reduction steps will be the output of the parser. Based on this reduction step, we can generate the parse tree. Otherwise, an error indication. Otherwise means if the string didn't follows the grammar rules, it is an error. Method, initially the parser has a 0 on its stack. I already told you the parser have a stack, and in the bottom there will be 0, where 0 is the initial state. So if you remember the state in the LR0 automation, we started from item 0. That 0 is the given as the initial state, and $, in the input buffer, where $ denotes end of the string. So this is the algorithm. It will be clear when we see the example. So this is the LR0 parsing table, the same table what we have generated in the previous video. I have an input buffer, and that I have stored a string ABB, and I have end marker $. The grammar is S raise A raise small a, and A raise B. The numbers are given to the production as same as in the earlier video. Initially, the stack will contain the initial state. That initial state is 0. So we just look at the algorithm. Here I have a while loop, while 1. While 1 means it will continuously execute. So actually it is an infinite loop, but some conditions will be there to terminate. Let S be the state on top of the stack. Already told you initially stack will contain state 0. So S is 0. So here if you look at the algorithm, I have an laddered if else. First this condition will be checked. If it is false, this will be checked. If that is false, we will check the condition. Otherwise, some error recovery routine will be called. And one more thing, here I have a pointer A which points to first character in the input buffer. So first this condition will be checked. Action S comma A. S is top of the stack. Top of the stack contains 0. A means A points to first character in the input buffer. It is also A. So action 0 comma A. So you just look at the table. Under action 0A, I got S3. That means shift 3. That's the meaning. In the previous video we discussed S denotes shift. So the first condition is true. So I have to perform these two operations. Push T onto the stack. What is T? T is 3. S3, that means shift 3. T is 3. And let A be the next input symbol. The A will move towards the right. So 3 is pushed to stack. A moves towards the right. Since this condition is true, remaining condition will not be checked. Again, this let S be the state on the top of the stack will be executed because it is an infinite loop. Again, the condition will be checked. Here action S comma A is S is the top of the stack, so 3 comma B, because A points to B now. Under action 3 comma B, I have S4, so it is shift 4. Push that 4 to the stack and the pointer A will move one step forward. So 4 will be pushed and A will move forward. So 4 is pushed, A is moved forward. These three condition will not be true. Again, let S be the state on top of the stack. So top of the stack is 4. And we will test this condition. Action S comma A, 4 comma B. Under action 4 comma B, I have R3. R3 means reduce 3. Anyway, this condition is false. If it is some S value, this condition will be true. Since it is R, this reduce will be true. So you have to listen very carefully. Action 4 comma B equal to reduce A derives B. How I got A derives B? Here it is 4 comma B. 4 comma B, I have R3. R3 means production number 3. What is production number 3? A derives B. That's why the condition will look like this. Action 4 comma B is actually reduce A derives B. We have to execute some steps. Pop number of beta symbols of the stack. Again, you just listen carefully. Reduce A derives B. If I have a production A derives B, I have to pop beta symbols. Absolute of beta means number of symbols on the RHS. So here actual production is A derives B and number of symbols on the RHS is 1. So pop 1 symbols of the stack. That 4 is popped because beta is 1. Now top of the stack contain state T. Push go to T comma A onto the stack. T is the top of the stack, that is 3. What is 3 comma A? 3 comma capital A, because here the production is A derives B. So you just compare these two productions, A derives beta and A derives B. Here A means this A, here beta means this B. Here also go to T comma A means 3 comma this A. 3 comma this A contain 6. So push 6 to the stack. So go to 3 comma A is 6. So 6 is pushed. Output the production A derives beta. Instead of A derives beta, in our case it is A derives B. So A derives B is printed as output. Anyway, these conditions will be false. Again, this while loop will be executed. Now top of the stack is 6. Again, this condition will be checked. S comma A, that is 6 comma B. 6 comma B is actually a reduce move, not a shift move, it is a reduce move. So this condition will be false. This condition will be true. So action 6 comma B is reduce A derives A. 6 comma B means R2. R2 means production number 2. That's why I have written A derives AA. Pop beta symbols of the stack. That means here on the RHS I have 2 symbols. So 2 symbols are popped out from the stack. Let's state T now be on the top of the stack. Now 0 is on top of the stack. Push go to T comma A onto the stack. Go to 0 comma A. 0 comma A means 2. Again, this A actually represents this A. Never get confused with this A and A. So here in our example also, left hand side is A. In the algorithm also, left hand side is A. So go to 0 comma A is 2. So 2 is pushed. Output the production A derives beta. In algorithm it is A derives beta. In our case a raise small a. So it is printed as output. This condition will be false. Since in infinite loop, again these steps will be executed. Let S be the state on the top of the stack. Top of the stack is 2 and A points to B now in the input buffer. So 2 comma B under action is S4. So this condition is true. Push T onto stack. 2B is S4. So that is S4 means shift to 4. Shift to T. T is 4. So 4 is pushed to stack. So 4 is pushed to stack and let A be the next input symbol. A is moving towards the next input symbol, that is $. These conditions will be false. Again the while loop is executed because it is an infinite loop. So now top of the stack is 4 and A is $. So we have to look at 4 comma $. 4 comma $, that means fourth row column $. It is a reduce move, that is R3. R3 means we have to consider the production 3. So action 4 comma $, is reduce A raise B. Pop beta symbols of the stack. So beta is 1. So one symbol is popped out of the stack. Let T now be on the top of the stack. Now on top of the stack it is 2. Push go to T comma A onto the stack. T is actually 2. A is actually A. So in 2 under go to under A I have 5. So I have to push 5 onto the stack. So 5 is pushed to the stack. Since go to of 2 comma A is 5. 2A under go to it is 5. Output the production A raised beta, that is A raised B. A raised B is printed as output. These conditions will be false. Again, since it is an infinite loop, these conditions will be checked. Now top of the stack is 5 and A is $. So under 5, so 5 under $, it is R1. R1 means reduce 1. I have to consider production number 1. So action 5 comma $, is reduce S raise AA. Pop beta symbols of the stack. That means number of symbols on the RHS. So I have to pop 2 symbols. So beta is 2. 2 symbols are popped out. Let state T now be on the top of the stack. On top of the stack it is 0. Push go to T comma A. And actually the value of A is S. In algorithm it is A raised beta, but in actual case it is S raised AA. So go to 0 comma S is 1. Under go to 0 comma S is 1, that S is pushed to stack. Output the production A raised beta. Here the production is S raised AA, that is printed as output. Again these conditions are not checked. Again the while loop will be executed. On top it is 1 and for A it is $. So $1. $1 is actually accept. So this condition will be false because there is no shift operation. This one is false. So here it is not a reduce operation, but action S comma A is an accept. So break. Here the break is written. So it will come out of that infinite loop. So the meaning is the string ABB is accepted. So ABB is an element of the language which has this grammar. So if you remember one of the videos, we studied 4 steps: shift, reduce, accept and error. So if you notice the algorithm, here I have shift, here I have reduce, here I have accept, and here I have error recovery routine. So this is the working of LR parsing algorithm. So here the type of parser is used is LR0 parser. This is the output what we got after applying this algorithm. So this is the output. So already told you LR0 is a bottom of parser. Bottom up parser means rightmost derivation in reverse order. So these are the derivations. So I am taking this derivation in the reverse order, and also I am applying the rightmost derivation. So first I am taking S derives AA. So S derives AA is taken. I am applying the rightmost derivation. That means the rightmost A is replaced by B because I am considering it in the reverse order. So I got A small b. Since I am applying rightmost derivation, rightmost non-terminal is A. So this A is replaced by AA because the next production, when I considering in the reverse order, it is AA. So small a, AB. Again one more production is there, and here the rightmost non-terminal is capital A. That will be replaced by B. So in the end I got ABB. So in one of the previous video we studied bottom of parsing. That means generating parse tree from the given string to the root is same as rightmost derivation reverse order. So based on the output, we derived the input string. So based on this output, we can draw the bottom of parse tree also. That's all I want to discuss in this video. Thank you.